Marquise, Money Mike Williams, coming to you with another episode of I Am a Champion. I'm fired up today. I'm so excited I can't even talk straight. I'm about to head out to a finance conference at church. And man, I'm just so excited about it because anytime that you can understand how to access the wealth that's already been stored up for you, then it just adds to what you already have, and it gives you the ability to be more of a blessing to other people. And I got to cleaning up the office here recently, moving some of the equipment from the studio into here to do some more, audio book work and some more voiceover work and some more music. And I got to coming across some old contacts, right? And some of the contacts were from as far back as elementary school. I always remember people. I never forget a face, right? And I started thinking about how all these people from elementary school to junior high school to college, people from all walks of life, music, sports teams that I played a part of, people that I was in business with, I started thinking about how come these people aren't in my life anymore. And some of them you just genuinely lose contact, a number gets changed. That was before, Facebook and social media and things of that nature. That's allowed you to really reconnect with a lot of people. But I started thinking about why these people weren't in my life anymore, and some of them genuinely we lost contact. But some of them they weren't in my life for a reason, right? They weren't in my life for a specific purpose. I had to let it go. And today that's what I want to talk to you about. I want to talk to you about knowing when to let go. And that's not a subject most people would think about when it comes to success. It's not a subject that most people would think about when it comes to motivation, but that's also the reason that some people are stuck where they're at because they don't know when to let go. So I want to talk to you about a few things, 3 principles that will help you know when to let go of certain situations in your life, certain people in your life, and certain things in your life that are a distraction. That's right, certain things in your life that are distracting you from what you really need to be focused on. Certain things in your life that are distracting you from getting to your higher calling and reaching your goals and reaching your dreams. Because they say 95% of the population don't reach their financial goals and their financial dreams. There's a reason for that, you guys. But the first principle is the fact that success waits for no one. I don't care who you are. You can have $1 gazillion in the bank, and if you want further success, it's not going to wait for you. You could be dirt poor. If opportunity knocks, if you don't open the door, then it's going to go to the next door. And what a lot of people have to realize, you can't be religious when it comes to success. A lot of times people add their religion to it and say, well, what God has for me, nobody can take away. And if he opened the door once, then he's going to open the door again. And I can tell you guys, if God opens the door for you and you don't walk through, if you just ignore it, you're like, oh, I'll go through it when I feel like it. God's not going to be too keen to keep opening doors for you because he recognizes that you're not ready. He recognizes that you're not in a place where you can receive that blessing. I was looking at ESPN the other day. There's this guy named Jamarcus Russell. Jamarcus Russell got drafted first overall to the Oakland Raiders. He was a quarterback. This was a big dude. He came in like 300 and something. And you would think, okay, he could run people over. But he was horrible at throwing the ball. He didn't appreciate the blessing. He didn't work out. His teammates said this guy during the offseason would just eat Twinkies and watch TV all day. He wasn't working out. He wasn't trying to control his weight. He wasn't doing anything. Eventually, Oakland cut him. But that guy got them for $31 million guaranteed money. But the moral of the story is Jamarcus Russell is trying to get back in the NFL right now. And I believe everybody deserves a second chance. I'm a firm believer of that. But at the same time, he gets on TV and says, what's yours? No, what God has for you, nobody can take it away. That's true. But you can take it away from yourself. That's the key. You can take the blessing away from yourself if you're not keen and you're not willing. If you look at the parable of the talents, if you're not actually taking care of your talents, then it can be taken away. But that's by nobody else's doing but your own. So success waits for no one. I remember, I'm no biblical scholar, but I remember the story in the Bible where Jesus started, getting the 12 disciples. And when he told them to come, some of them, come follow me. You know, come follow me. And some of them had excuses. Well, I got to go bury my dead father. Jesus said, no, let the dead bury themselves. You need to come now. That's how success is, you guys. Success is saying you need to come now. If you want the full success, if you want the full blessing, you need to come now. You can't have the as soon as disease. You can't say, I'm going to do it as soon as this. You can't say, I'm going to make it happen as soon as that happens first. No, when success comes, when that door opens up, then you need to fly through it and be ready. That's why they say luck is when preparation meets opportunity. But how prepared are you for when that opportunity comes? You got to be ready for that opportunity to come knocking at your door and for that door to open for you to fly through it. But the second principle is if you can't change your friends, then you need to change your friends. I got a lot of friends that were out there, you guys. They never wanted more than what they have. They didn't want to be successful. You know, it's like I'm sitting here with the focus of being a billionaire. I'm focused on having more in life. You know, I want a jumbo. I want more money so that I can be a blessing and help other people, have my own scholarship at Morehouse and Spelman. It's like I have so many goals and so many dreams. And then I have cats who are just content, you know, sitting at home, smoking weed and watching sports all day. I got people who are content just going to work 9 to 5 every single day. And it's like I wanted more for my life. And if the people, see, they say your success is the average of the 10 closest people that you hang around, right? That comes from finances, that comes from athletics, that goes for school, academics. You know, the 10 closest people that you hang around, your success, your grade work, your athletics are, you know, athletics are a little bit different because that's God-given talent. But your work ethic, you know, when it comes to your God-given talent, you know, it's the average of the 10 closest people that you're around. You know, so I had to start looking at the people that I was around and realize if I couldn't change them, if I couldn't give them a hand up and pull them up to where I was at, if that's not what they wanted, then I had to change my friends. Otherwise, they were going to pull me down. They were going to give me a hand down, and I was going to be stagnant. I was going to be stuck on the downhill going backwards instead of continuing with forward progression, you guys. So you got to understand who those people are in your life. You know, certain situations that you have to make the decision that, you know, do you want it or do you not want it, you guys? Sometimes things are wanted more, you know, for other people, you know, and that's the third principle, you guys. You got to give a hand up and not a hand out. Give a hand up and not a hand out. There was an old parable that says if you give a man a fish or a woman a fish, they'll eat for the current moment. You know, they'll get their grub on. They'll have their 2-piece fish dinner. But if you teach them how to fish, if you give them the understanding of how to fish for themselves, then they'll eat for a lifetime, right? They'll eat for a lifetime. One of my major problems in life, you guys, is sometimes I want it more for other people than they want it themselves. And you got to ask yourself, do you want it more for other people than they want it for themselves? Whether it's financial success, whether you're in a relationship with school, you know, you're tutoring, you know, a work partner, whether you have a workout partner, you go to the gym. Does one of you want to be swollen and cut more than the other person? Because if so, that's not going to quite work out. I remember times where I wanted the relationship more than she wanted the relationship, right? You know, it didn't quite work out. She eventually left because she didn't really want it as bad as I wanted it, you guys. So you got to ask yourself, you got to understand, if it's meant to be, it's up to you, right? If it's meant to be, it's up to you. Nobody can want it as bad as you should want it. You should want it as bad as you want to breathe. And as you're giving these people the hand up, you're going to have people, some people in your life who just want the hand out. They're like, I don't want to do the work. My mentor used to always say, I can teach you how to become a millionaire, but you have to be willing to do the work to get the millions. And that's what it's all about, you guys. It's like if you're giving people a hand up, they're either going to try to pull you down, or they're going to accept the hand up, or they're going to stay where they're at. And you have to recognize those people who want to stay where they're at and leave them where they're at. Because, again, if you can't change your friends, you got to transition and change your friends. And another thing with that, with those 10 closest people, if you're the person at the top, if you're the smartest, the most athletic, the person with the most money, then you're never going to grow, because everybody else is growing off of you. Everybody else is learning from you. Everybody else is building off of you. So again, you got to go get some new friends that you could learn from. Some new friends that are going to push you to the limit. Some new friends that are going to bring the best out of you, because we all have those seeds of greatness on the inside of us, just waiting for somebody, something to pour some water on them, to nurture them, so that champion can come out from the inside and begin to bloom, and you can become the best you that you could be. But if you're steady giving handouts to everybody, if you're steady pouring into other people's cup, when your cup gets empty, who's going to be there to pour into your cup? And you got to make the decision, because people in your life are either going to be an asset or they're going to be a liability. They're either going to add to you or you're going to take away from you. A relationship without a purpose is a distraction. And it's time, if you really want to be successful, you got to get those distractions out of your life. You got to get those liabilities out of your life, because on TV, on the Lifetime stories, it's great when you have those people that say, oh, my relationship is more important than my success at the end of the day. Oh, my relationship, my friendship is more important than me reaching my goals and reaching my dreams. That's all fine and dandy on TV, but this is the real world. It's real in the field, and I don't believe or participate in the recession, but if you're serious about reaching your goals and reaching your dreams, I see a guy who runs around my subdivision all the time, you guys. He runs around my subdivision, and he has these weights around his chest. He has these weights around his ankles, and these weights are meant for him to build up some strength, build up some endurance, so it's a little bit easier for him to work when the weights are off. And don't get upset. Don't get scared. I want you to understand that adversity isn't meant to hurt you. It's not meant to bring pain to you. It's meant to build you up. It's meant to give you more strength, so that when you come against that adversity again in the future, when you come against that same issue in the future, you already know how to overcome it. You already know how to overcome it. When you see it again, it's like taking those weights off. You can move a lot faster. You can get to your goals and dreams a lot quicker. The guy doesn't wear the weights because he's in a sprint. He wears the weights to build up the endurance because he's running a marathon. But if he took the weights off, he could go a lot faster. So the question is, how fast? How soon do you want to reach your goals and reach your dreams? Because sometimes you have to take those weights off. You have to get rid of the liabilities. And see, a true friend will sacrifice your friendship for your success. They'll say, I know you're trying to reach your goals and reach your dreams, so I'm going to take a step back. I'm going to take a step back. And true friends are like the stars. Even though you don't always see them, they're always there. So that true friend is going to be there for you when you're successful, on the road to success. They're going to be supporting you on your road to success, even if you guys don't hang out like you used to, even though you don't speak every day. I got friends that I call and we talk like it hasn't been months since we last talked, you guys. And that's what true friendship is all about. But somebody who's not a true friend, they'll sacrifice your success for their friendship. They're like the people on TV. Like, I got to hold on to this friendship. I don't want to see you go. I don't want to see you be successful. I'm going to be selfish. And you got to recognize who those people who are leeching off you. It might not even be intentionally, but you got to recognize when it's time to let go of those situations that are holding you back from your greatness. Situations and people are keeping you being good, and they're holding you back from greatness. And you got to make the decision when it's time to let go of those distractions and walk into the greatness that's sitting there waiting for you, sitting there knocking at your door. Because you always got to remember, you're the best investment that you got. You. Not him, not her, not anybody else. You're the best investment that you got. And you were born to win. You came out the womb a champion, you guys. You were born to win. So stop lollygagging. Stop procrastinating. Stop having the as soon as disease, and play to win right now, because tomorrow's never promised. Play to win right now, because you are already a champion. And when you realize that you're already a champion, you're going to start playing like a champion right now. I'm going to see you on the next week's video. Peace.